and
AJ Radix.
and we are the PWX AWA Tag Team Champions, Extreme Thunder. And you're listening to the Smack Raw Podcast, baby.
Welcome to the Smack Draw Podcast, where myself, Kyle, am going solo again. Well, I'm not completely solo. I got you here, Chris, right? Yeah, that's pretty much. It's gonna be just me, I guess. We are a wrestling recap show. Thank you for watching us. It's the only wrestling recap show you need to watch over here at youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast. And of course, we are everywhere where you can find all your other podcasts at. Please like, subscribe, hit download. It helps the show tremendously. We are approaching quickly our 1 year anniversary mid-May. Can't wait mid-May to hit that 1 year mark. Did not think it was going to happen. And I mean, at this rate, I might be covering that by myself too. Of course, though, feel free to join me in the live chat. Throw me off my game while I'm trying to cover the show. I'll make sure to answer all your questions, give you a shout out. If you don't make the live chat and you want to leave questions and comments afterwards, greatly appreciate it. I'll go ahead, respond to as many as I can. But yeah, we always love the fan interaction. Get yourselves involved with the show as part of the reason why we made this. I'm here to talk about AEW Dynamite. Went down last night. I believe the last of their pre-tape stuff before they go live again next week. And I believe they're going to be like semi-live. They'll do like one live show and then tape an episode. I think WWE's doing like the same thing. But yeah, live show, or well, the last of the tape shows rather, where they taped them in Georgia, I believe. What a show. What a show we had. God, I gotta say, man, I think AEW's got the format for the no audience format. I think they have it down to a science at this point. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't even notice the lack of audience, and that's partly in due to having the other wrestlers out there. I'm not saying it's just as good as a live audience, but the ambient noise really makes up for the lack of audience and the atmosphere. I love it, man. I don't mind it at all. And then, of course, we have the gem, Chris Jericho, on commentary. He's killing it. Damn MVP. Where Asuka is the MVP of the no audience shows on WWE, Jericho has got to be the MVP over on Dynamite, man. His commentary, he kills it every week. And this week was no different. But let's go ahead, man. Let's get into the show. We're going to try and keep this relatively breezy. See if I can't shoot for under 20 minutes. Let you guys get on to your very eventful days in lockdown, where we don't really do too much, do we? No? We'll get you there, though. All right, so we saw the show kick off with the first of the two semifinals, TNT tournament semifinals, Darby Allin taking on Cody. These guys have met in the ring multiple times now, either as opponents or as tag team partners. And I got to say, man, their chemistry is second to none. They are absolutely crushed it in the ring. Cody ended up winning. Like he did, he won in the past, and tonight was no different. During the match, Darby Allin takes out Brandy. She's walked off to the back. The match continues. And later on, Brandy emerges with a bottle of water looking broken in half. We want to know what's in the water. Because after... I don't actually think it's a story thing. But afterwards, Cody Rhodes hits a coffin drop, in which Darby Allin gets the knees up, and Darby Allin goes up. He hits the coffin drop, but Cody rolls through for the pin. Darby Allin, I gotta say, is the total package. Between his music, his promos, and in-ring ability. I love Darby Allin. And then Cody, of course, with his second to none storytelling and his wrestling, he remains top-notch as well. Both of these guys could have been in the finals, but given who's on the other side of the fence, Lance Archer is fitting for Cody to go in there. I believe so. After the match, we got a Scorpio Sky pre-tape package showing his history, how he teamed up with Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, and his career really took off once he was on Being the Elite. Scorpio Sky really looks like a main eventer to me. I've been saying it since she's early into Dynamite running. Scorpio Sky feels like one of the first people to emerge and make themselves into a main eventer that isn't already in that position. I believe we're going to see the graduation of Scorpio Sky whenever SCU disband, and whatever means that they do disband. Scorpio Sky, I think, is the one to benefit there. That guy definitely could be future AEW champ. I absolutely believe so. We get another at-home video. MJF, he has healed from his terrible hangnail injury, but unfortunately, he has nicked his neck, and severe injury. Could take 7 to 8 months to recover, man. He'll be back next week. We saw Wardlow take on Musa. Another enhancement like squash match. Musa puts up a better fight than expected, but Wardlow wins with an airplane spin, is I think what they're going by. I've heard them go back and forth between the F10 and the airplane spin. I think they're going to go with airplane spin because they don't want to sound like a complete ripoff of Brock Lesnar. My hat's falling. I just shaved my head, and right when I shave my head, my hat gets all slick, man. It barely hangs on. We got another Bubbly Bunch segment where we got some awesome cameos. This stuff's always funny, man. We got some cameos from like the likes of Lou Ferrigno with a cattle prod. We saw Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, Jay and Silent Bob, of course, and then Vicky Guerrero on there, man. It was a lot of fun. It actually made me go check out the site Cameo to see actually who's killing it over there, man. I saw some fun people on that, John. Thinking about doing it for my brother. Surprise him on his birthday with Cameo. What do you guys think about Cameo? Is it cheesy, or you guys actually think it's pretty cool? I'm kind of on the fence about it. And sometimes I think it's kind of lame, but on the other hand, I think some of the guys on there are actually really funny, and it's totally worth the money, as long as the price is right. Who did I see on there? Chris D'Elia, I believe he said his name. He was charged $50,000 to get him on Cameo. Jesus Christ. That has to be a joke. The Jimmy Havoc, Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford taking on Best Friends with Orange Cassidy in a no DQ, no countouts match. I wonder what separates this from a tornado tag. I was thinking about this last night when the match was occurring. Is it just... It's essentially a tornado tag, but only one man is legal for the pin. Is that it? Because it confuses me. If there's no DQ, all 4 members can be in the ring at the same time. So it eliminates the purpose of tags. But since it's not technically a tornado tag, can you do it? Is it just like one legal man, or can anyone pin anybody? It's confusing, man. Tell me what you think in the live chat or in the comments. But this match really showed off Jimmy Havoc. I've been wondering, because I never got to see Jimmy Havoc before AEW, and I was wondering what this guy had. Like, what was his thing? And damn it, it's chairs. It's chairs everywhere. Suplexes on chairs, pile drivers on chairs, chairs on their side driving people through the spine of the chairs. Jesus Christ. It was a brutal match. I was... definitely taken out of my seat during this. During the match, Penelope Ford accidentally takes out Kip Sabian, and then Chucky T wins it for his team, hitting the awful waffle or a inverted pile driver onto a pile of chairs, hitting Jimmy Havoc with that for the win in an incredible match. There was this whole match was full of spots. Honestly, go back and watch it. It was fucking terrific. What'd you think of it, Chris? Yeah, it was pretty good. Britt Baker, Britt Baker, we got a promo package with her at her dentist office. She forgot her makeup artist name more times than JR forgot the AEW roster in his first few months. But it was a pretty funny video. She goes over the rules of being a role model, where it is not okay to be fat, wear glasses, or have a snaggletooth. For each example, she shows off various pictures of Tony Schiavone, using him as an example. She's just roasting Tony every week, man. Roasting the guy. Poor Tony, man. But we got a match after that. Shawn Spears taking on Baron Black. Another squash match, which saw Spears win with the sharpshooter. Spears giving a shout out to other Canadians, man. During the match, he even gave a shout out to Chris Jericho, doing Jericho's signature pose where he like steps on them and gives them like the baby flex and all that stuff. It was pretty good, man. I'm digging Shawn Spears. I'm happy to see he's getting some momentum. I definitely didn't want him to head over to AEW and flounder like he did in WWE's main roster. I really want to see Spears succeed before his career's over, because he's kind of up there in age. He's deceptively older. He looks good, man. He looks good, but I know he's got to be in his late 30s, pushing 40 soon, you know? So I hope this dude gets a title at some point. Maybe, if not the AEW's, maybe the TNT title. But yeah, another person who's probably going to get a title, whereas because they were held down in WWE, is Brody Lee. Came out, took on who do you take on? Marco Stunt. Oh yeah, destroyed Stunt. I ain't gonna lie, man. Stunt went down quicker than Jay does in SRW. Brody Lee in the match hits a swinging slam, damn close to what would you say, a deep six almost, but it was brutal because Stunt obviously weighs all of 60 pounds. So Brody Lee was able to really manhandle him there. He ended up pinning him with a sit-down powerbomb. It was wonderful. We got a Moxley promo video following that match. Moxley, the new Hulk Hogan Eat Your Vitamins promo. Moxley reminds us, don't forget to check on your neighbors, support your local businesses, and don't forget to call your grandmother either. Thank you, Mox. It's revealed after that next week, Moxley will return to take on Frankie Kazarian in a non-title match. MJF is going to be returning as well. And finally, Kenny Omega with Matt Hardy. I believe this is Matt Hardy's debut match, taking on Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara in a street fight. Damn, I can't wait for that, man. That's going to be awesome. Cannot wait to tune in for that. And lastly, our main event saw Dusty Rhodes with Brandy out there taking on Lance Archer, who of course is taking out the stagehands before he even gets to the ring. That's his thing, man. If Lance Archer is having a match, just get away from the ring. Get out of the pathway. Just go hide and wait for the match to begin, because Lance Archer is gonna knock somebody out on his way to the ring every time. Every time, man. I don't get it, man. Why are you so angry, Lance? But the Murder Hawk holds true to his name. Him and Dusty, I ain't gonna lie, man. These guys have an incredible match, which showcased Lance Archer. Anytime Dusty had offense, it was almost like Lance Archer was allowing it, teasing Dusty that Lance had controlled no matter the position that he was in. An awful bit of foreshadowing. Lance Archer actually kicks out of the Crossroads at 1. So look forward to seeing that at Double or Nothing when he takes on Cody. But Dustin Rhodes does an incredible job himself, actually making us believe at some points that he might actually win the match. Dustin Rhodes is an incredible wrestler. And I don't even say that just given his age. I'm just saying as a wrestler, he's incredible. And when you factor in his age, yeah, it really adds to it. The man's in his 50s, and he can still go. He can have a long match. This was 15 minutes, and it was just nonstop the whole time. We saw Lance Archer hit an old school moonsault, and then repeatedly bash Dustin's face off an exposed turnbuckle, which I guess doesn't result in a DQ. QT Marshall comes out. Dustin has just been completely demolished in the ring. QT Marshall comes out, teasing, throwing in the towel, only for Cody to emerge to try and really just ask his brother, like, how do you feel, Dustin? Can you go on? Dustin reaches up, grabs the towel to be valiant, but it doesn't matter. Lance Archer pulls him back in the ring, repeatedly bashes his head into the mat, and ends up pinning Dustin Rhodes, man. The match was wonderful, though. It wasn't a one-sided beatdown. It felt like whenever Dustin was getting his stuff in, you knew it was just towards the inevitable. It was like just trying to punch a brick wall, man. It wasn't gonna go through. But an incredible match nonetheless. And it sets up the finals for the TNT tournament between Cody Rhodes and Lance Archer, man. I'm excited to see it, man. I honestly, part of me believes, I don't know if I believe this or if I just think it should go down this way, but feel like Cody needs to be squashed in that match. Feel like Lance is just gonna tear through him, and Cody, because Lance is firmly being established as AEW's big monster heel. I mean, you got Brody Lee as well, but Brody is more or less leading the Dark Order, the Ministry of Darkness. So you can allow someone to be more dominant in the singles by themselves because you got Brody Lee who can just lead an army, So they're both equally intimidating, but in different areas. So yeah, I could see that, man. I'd like to see Lance Archer get this huge push, but that was the show. It was incredible, man. I loved it. It was very well paced, opening and closing with the semifinals, and then throwing that no DQ tag match in the middle, and then just sprinkling in the 2 squash matches, which still, like I said, character development for Sean Spears, and then just reminds us that Wardlow is still here, I loved every bit of it. The segments, the promo packages, all were really nice, man. AEW just absolutely delivered this Wednesday. I'm interested to see how NXT did. And don't you guys forget to check out our recap of NXT, where I believe Vince and RN will be covering that. So you won't have to worry about me being solo again. And yeah, that was it, man. It was a great show. I look forward to the live show starting up, and I'm really looking forward to Double or Nothing. And I'm looking forward to you guys leaving, like I said, likes, shares, and comments. All that fun stuff, man. All that fun stuff really helps out the show. I thank you guys for joining us. And, of course, like always, until next time, y'all have a good one.